Hello, everybody. FAI here, or I here, and welcome back to another episode of Turmoil. And, in this episode, we'll be continuing our playthrough of Turmoil. And, there's not much to be said except for the fact that we are looking at the prices here just to see if there's any deals. But first, of course, we gotta choose our land and get our little selection of land in this, playthrough and stuff. So, let's go ahead and pick our land and decide on where we are going. So, I decided over here might have been a good place to, pretty much get my, land started. And, of course, as with before, we're continuing to look at deals and stuff. We increase our speed for our dowsers. That way we can, of course, get knowing where the oil is faster. And, of course, we increase our silo size to level 3. And I decided to take Kyle's deal of having 99 cents all the time in left ink, as it's a good deal to kind of keep around in case you have to get some quick money or have some money on hand. So we decided to do that. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. And our dowser's already found oil immediately, so that's good. So we're going to use our scanner to see where the oil is. And we find the oil. It's right there. As per usual, we start by digging out the oil, and then I use my dowser to figure out where, or scanner to figure out where the oil is here. And we do find the oil here, but unfortunately, this is one of those times where we have need of the drill, and as you can see, it's because we ran into that rock. That rock is not a good sign. That means that we are pretty much having to drill our way through, and we'll have to make it to where we can get through with our drill. So we're going to have to use our drill at some point in time to get through there. But for now, we're going to go ahead and let you go with this. I'll already tell you some of the things ahead, and that's one of the main problems we will be having going forward with this is spillage and spillage fines. But, we'll talk about that later on and more near the end of this video. For now, let's go ahead and speed ahead on this video, and I will meet you all back when we've sped ahead a little bit through this map and through this particular map. And just so you all know, maps are going to become a little bit less than they were before. So, we're going to have a few less maps from time to time, and it's only because as we progress, things become longer, and it becomes harder for us to really technically have a good few couple of maps going forward. But with that being said, most of this will stay the same. You already kind of know how to play, and I don't really have to explain it. So let's go ahead and speed it up, and through the magic of editing, I will meet you guys back near the end of this particular map. So with that being said, let's do that. Alright then, we are back, and as you all saw, we ended up just having some spillage fines and also just ending up with some trouble. But in general, we're near the end of this map. We managed to get most of the oil, and most of it is sold, and we got a pretty decent price. Now, as you probably noticed through the speed up, there wasn't a lot of oil to be said or to be had here, and that's kind of an unfortunate thing sometimes when you're trying to get ideas or get things going. But hey, sometimes it just happens. Sometimes, unfortunately, it just happens, and in this case, we just unfortunately did not make a lot of oil or see a lot of oil. So in the end, it is what it is. But with that having been said, I mean, we're going to move on, and we still made more money than everyone else. It's just unfortunate that we weren't able to get it all sold, and we weren't able to make more. But here we are, going into our last map for this particular video, because again, as I've said, it becomes longer the more often, or the more you start to have to manage everything, and it becomes less and less of a point where you can just speed through or rush through everything. There comes a point where you have to kind of have times to make room and not speed through everything all the time. So in the end, that's kind of the same thing that we're having here, is where it's just like, yeah, we can't speed through it all, very quickly. So, in the end, though, it is what it is. But, moving on. We are moving on here to our second map. And in this second map, we went through, as you saw with the upgrades, we got a level 3 pipe upgrade. And just so you all know, at this point, we're going to have a lot of spillage fines, and I noticed that there were a lot of spillages, so we have to talk about something new, which you will have to start to think about, which is the timer and the amount of time that you have before a spillage fine becomes a problem, or before you have a spillage happen. And that's something that we're going to have to start looking into as we go forward into the future of getting oil and stuff. But here, we want to just work on managing ourselves to where we can at least get a base amount of money. So at first, I would say don't care about the price and how much you're selling your oil at, as you want to at least get the base upgrades, which of course, as you all know, is a few wagons, the oil silo, and then the first upgrade on your carriages. And then you want to get a base money, maybe your pipe upgrades for say, but then you want to try to get a base money of at least, in my opinion, around $3,500 to $4,000. Once you get $3,500 to $4,000, you're going to want to go ahead and just save up on the oil. As like I said, at $3,500 to $4,000, you should have enough to at least account for any upgrades and consider a price range that you want to sell at. In my personal opinion, I don't like selling anything below $1, and I try not to sell anything below $1. So in the end, that's my personal opinion on where I like to stand for money when it comes to the selling point of oil. But at first, just don't worry about the sell price. Just sell money until you get about $3,500 or so dollars, and then start deciding on storing oil. Now, if your oil silos become overfilled, or you're kind of at the point where you're going to get more oil than you need, start selling at whatever the price is at the time, just to try and empty out your silos. But in personal opinion, just work on, storing the oil until a good price comes around. Usually for me, that's around $1, if not a little above $1. But anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and speed things up, and we'll go ahead and end the stream, or end the video from there. But for now, just enjoy the sped up video, as there's nothing else really to talk about. So yeah, enjoy the sped up video, and I will meet you all back up near the end of this particular video, everybody. Alright then, so here we are. Hopefully you enjoyed the sped up video, and hopefully you learned a little bit and saw that I did have some spillage problems, but overall, we're making a lot of money here, which is good. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and finish out here. Hopefully this has helped you. As y'all know, and as y'all saw, I had some spillage problems, and that was bound to happen. As I said before, this is where we gotta start considering timers and getting timers on our when the spillage may happen or when it may occur, because as we get level 3 pipes, yes, we can extract the oil a lot quicker and we can get out a lot quicker, but it also means that we have a potential chance of having issues with overflow and just not enough hands on deck to really hold the floor, if you will, or hold the fort. So that's why timers and stuff become a potential good thing to have on hand and good to keep on hand. But with that being said, thank you everybody for watching this video. Thank you for joining me on this video, and hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. If you like this episode, you know what to do. Hit the like button, get subscribed, hit the bell notification, because I know you want to know when my next video drops next. Thank you everybody for joining me today. Thank you for watching today's video. And yeah, I am live on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/FA_EYE or I. I'm usually live for Fortnite, but more recently I might be live with Valorant coming up. And yeah. With that having been said, thank you everybody for joining me today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you've liked this video and you like what the future is. But yeah, like I said, I'm live on Monday or Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Wednesday and Saturday are usually I am live for 4 to 5 hours, sometimes a little bit more. Thursday I'm usually live for about Thursday, of course, I'm usually live for about 2 to 3 hours. And on Saturdays, I'm usually live for 4 to 5. Mondays and Tuesdays, I'm also live, and usually that's about 2 to 3 hours. But thank you, everybody, for joining me. And until the next one, everybody, this is FAI or I signing out and saying farewell, everyone.